welcome to this episode of Heartburners. I am Bub.
I'm Adam John Daly.
And we are here at the famous Tony Caputo's Market and Deli in downtown Salt Lake City, 314 West, 300 South, right across the street from Pioneer Park. They're famous here for lots of stuff. They got sandwiches, their cheese cave, they'll have lots of food tastings.
Oh yeah, chocolate. Olive oil tasting station is fantastic as well. You can get lots of different imported stuff from Italy and Southern Europe.
And they've got their market here, which is pretty popular as well. They've got a couple other locations around town in the valley. We'll go and talk to them a little bit more about it.
Sounds good.
All right, let's go get some grub.
Matt, it's good to meet you.
You too, man.
We're excited to be here at Caputo's in downtown Salt Lake City. How long have you guys been in Salt Lake?
Gosh, well, we were born and raised in Salt Lake City. My dad from Carbon County, myself in Salt Lake City. But we've been in business for about 18 and a half years now.
Nice.
Yeah.
What's your background in food? Because you kind of lead everything right now.
Yeah. So technically I'm the CEO of all the Caputo's locations and things like that. So my background in food, I started working in a deli with my dad down the street when I was about 5 years old. So I was bagging up ravioli down at Granato's for like $3 an hour when I was 5.
Just grew up in it.
Yeah, I was always around food. And before that, I mean, I even remember some of the restaurants my dad used to work in before that. So always felt very part of like the food service culture and the food retailing culture. So it feels like I've always been around it.
What can someone expect when they come in to Caputo's?
So what they can expect when they come into the Caputo's is, whether you turn right or turn left, you're going to get two different experiences. But it all has to do with like the Southern European culture of fine food and hospitality. So if you turn left when you come in here, you've got your sandwiches that are built off the stuff from our market, and it's just like a quick serve lunch deli, focusing on really big, hearty sandwiches, themed on things like ingredients from Italy, Spain, France, you name it. And that's kind of what started this whole thing, was the sandwiches. But then an outgrowth from that was like, hey, we have these really cool ingredients that you can't really find widely locally, so let's sell them in a retail setting. And people were constantly asking for that. So the market kind of grew from that. So if you turn right on your way in here, you'll see now that we have 2 cheese caves, and we're doing our own affinage. We've launched 2 salami companies out of here, and so we have one of the world's largest selections of dark chocolate. And so we really, of the categories that we represent from Italy, Spain, France, or even locally here in America, whether it's chocolate, cheese, or olive oil, or cured meats, we get really, really geeky on them, and we like to kind of like jump into the deep end of the pool, so to speak, on those categories. And I think what we really have become known for is not only having that cool stuff, but keeping it what it's about. It's about friends, it's about family, it's about fun. Like, even though we're geeks, like, no one wants to be like, oh, I know so much, you know what I mean? No, man, it's fun, you know what I mean? It's about having a good time and enjoying foods that have a history to them and have a story to tell, and we try and keep it approachable and fun.
You guys do a lot of local stuff too, local cheeses and stuff like that. I've read your menu for the cheeses, and some come from just right around here, right?
Yeah, absolutely. We support local wherever we can, so long as it fits nicely into one of those Southern European cultures, like eating cheese before a meal or after a meal with wine. Like, you don't care where that's from. You just want it to be part of that whole thing. If it comes from Utah, awesome. But the other thing is, we don't support local just because it's local.
Right.
We want to give our customers a fantastic value. So we like to support local products that are not only local technically, but made here with heirloom ingredients and with some level of expertise.
Awesome.
Because you want it to be good, right?
Yeah,
that's
absolutely.
the main thing. Yeah.
The Gruyere is fantastic, so try the Gruyere, and you can get samples sometimes from the cheese counter.
Oh, absolutely.
Right?
Our motto with cheese, chocolate, olive oil, cured meats, if you have the time, we have the samples.
Nice.
No purchase necessary, and nobody has ever exhausted that. So awesome. I dare people to try. Again, it's about fun. It's about, we know that once we spend that time with you, once you taste some of these things, once you see the prices, like, if you don't buy today, you'll be back, because it's a fun thing, man.
Last thing I wanted to touch on, I noticed on your website you guys do classes, cooking classes, tasting classes. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, so that was an outgrowth of just wanting a more controlled setting to be able to really focus time with a bunch of people who are genuinely interested in learning a lot more. Because, in the retail setting, you're never sure if someone wants to hear the little tidbit and make their decision and run. But a lot of people want to know a lot more, and we started hearing that a lot. So we put on classes as a way to say, like, if you want to, you know, become a connoisseur in one night of fine chocolate, like, we can do that. So sign up, and, you know, it's been really, really popular. Now, I started doing them all myself, and it was like, you know, once a month or something like that. Now we have like 6 or 7 different instructors, and we're doing them almost every night at one of the locations.
Awesome.
So, yeah.
What's one of your favorite classes to do?
My favorite class to teach is either the Intro to Fine Cheese or the chocolate class. Cheese, you know, other than family, cheese is probably my first passion. But chocolate, people have, the class has such an impact on people. It's really profound. A lot of people come to it, you know, their girlfriends drag them, and like, they don't want to be there, and then they end up joining the Utah Chocolate Society after it. So It's one of those experiences that has been really impactful, and we've been kind of highlighted around the industry, not just in Utah, not just in America, but people around the world know about our classes. So they've had a pretty big effect in the chocolate sphere. But I also got to give a shout out to Evan, our manager here, that started teaching classes about a year ago. He does our whiskey series. And, oh man.
This is Matt Caputo. We're here at Caputo's Deli downtown. There are 3 other locations.
Correct.
15th and 15th. Yep. There's one in Holiday. And where I gained my freshman 15 up at the University of
Nice.
Utah,
Good man.
I swear I ate a pound of pasta almost every single day. And it's at the Humanities Building, right?
Yeah, correct.
Okay.
Yep.
Great places to go. Come and check out their food. We're going to go take a look around and then do what we came here, buy food, and talk about it. Thanks, Matt.
Thank you, man. Appreciate it.
All right. Oh, my gosh.
So now we're going to share these, right?
Yeah, so this is the Caputo Sandwich, and what the Caputo comes with is prosciutto meat, mortadella, and salami with provolone, lettuce, tomato, olive oil, and balsamic vinegar.
Okay.
It's like a true Italian sandwich.
And it's huge, too.
Yeah, oh my, look at this. Can you see this? I just want to show you. And look at those meats.
Look at those.
Isn't that delicious? So,
oh, sorry, go ahead.
I was just going to say, this is one of their sandwiches that they're most famous for. So it's won awards like this. That's how good this sandwich is.
Gotcha.
And then what about yours?
I got the Meatball Sandwich. You're going to have to tell me a little bit more about it. Obviously, it's got meatballs on it, some Parmesan.
I think it comes with provolone, too.
Provolone as well, yeah.
And this is also won awards as well.
So we decided to go with the award-winning ones.
Yes.
I mean, because if we're going to try and tell people, hey, come here to this place, we want to tell them to get the best of the best.
Again, I like when they do greens like this where it's got not just iceberg lettuce, but look at the color in there, and that's really what makes a good food. Also, the bread is a nice French bread.
Yeah.
You've got that crispy exterior.
And the softness of it. I love that.
That makes a delicious bread.
Yeah.
So
let's switch them up.
I'll let you go ahead and take the sandwich. Well,
oh my gosh. Okay, this is going
falling
to be
apart.
It's not so much falling apart, but it's just not cut all the way through. And some meatballs fell out. Hey, I'm just going to go ahead and just go to town on this thing.
Let my sandwich go. Right?
Okay.
Part the red sandwich.
That's good.
Is that a good meatball?
Very good meatball.
That's a good meatball.
Okay. I don't know how well it's going to work, but here we go. Boom. That's just the cheese.
Look at that cheese. Oh my gosh.
There we go.
Oh my gosh.
Okay. We'll switch it up here.
Okay. There we go. And you know what? I'm actually going to be bold, and I'm going to eat everything on the sandwich. Normally, I'm kind of picky, and I don't like tomatoes and onions, but
I'm the same way with you too. Like I'm not a big tomato fan, but
I'm going to go for it because
for the sake of the
I want
show,
the full experience.
Yeah. Okay. So you got the meatball. I got the Caputo.
That's
we
fine.
order the opposite things, but we're going to be eating. Okay.
Exactly. Oh well, that's fine.
All right.
Should have got tons of napkins though.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I like is the marinara. Not a bland marinara at all.
You know, for me, when it comes to the cheese on a sandwich, a lot of times I can't really taste it.
Right.
But on this one, I can definitely taste the cheese, and it's a good sweet addition to the sandwich.
Our crew member brought us some napkins. Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh my gosh. The meatball is just delicious.
And so what else did you say was on here? We got...
So prosciutto, which is a really thin sliced pork meat. It's dry cured. And what's nice about it, a lot of hams and porks are like sugar cured. They'll use sugar to help cure it. And I don't think they use that with prosciutto. It's a really nice thin deli meat. The mortadella is an interesting one. When I read about that, it's kind of a salami pork-based meat, but they'll put myrtle berries in it, and which is it's been used as a substitute for pepper, and also pistachios has been known to be cut into a mortadella meat, and then salami.
Excellent. All right, now I'm gonna sink my teeth into the meatball one. I don't know exactly how to attack this, but
with sandwiches, I know a lot of days, like, I used to be really big into soft breads. Like when I went to Subway or something, I would order the bread I thought was the softest. I've since learned that the contrast of the hard exterior crust and the soft interior bread really makes a good sandwich.
I would agree with that too. And then we also got some desserts too, didn't we?
Yes. I got the cannoli. Leave the gun, take the cannoli.
Exactly. Right? That's the joke I said when I picked up the food. And I got some baklava because I'm Greek, so I need to get some baklava. Cool. Well, I think.
Oh my gosh.
We'll keep eating and enjoy our lunch.
Before I just down it.
Should we Lady and the Tramp this thing?
Yeah, totally.
No,
I'm not really doing that.
You're not doing that?
No.
I'll do it.
You really want to do that?
That'd be so funny.
All right.
Oh my gosh.
Go for it.
It's so delicious.
There's pistachios in there, by the way.
Okay.
Is that what it is?
That's part of the thing. Pistachios.
All right, ready? Is that good?
That's amazing. It's very rich.
That's a very good cannoli.
Powdered sugar all over my arm.
Again, with food, really good food has a nice contrast with each other, right? You got the sweet and the savory, the crunchy and the soft, and I think that's what this does here. The crunchiness of the exterior of the pastry really makes it. You don't want it too soggy from the softer, wetter inside, right?
Yeah. Well, that's our show. Thanks for watching Heartburners, where we went to Caputo's. We'd like to thank Matt and Yelena for having us over at their restaurant. And now, if you'll excuse us, we've got some digesting to do.